Thank you very much for listening. 324 and the Miracle Marathon goes till 5 o'clock. Your money is being tripled. It doesn't matter how you donate, and it doesn't matter how much you donate. Whatever you donate is being tripled until 5 o'clock. 414-337-WKLH, which is 9554. You can also text.
Text the word miracle to 414-799-1965. Go to WKLH.com. Get one of those Dave bobbleheads for $96.50, one-time donation, and you can have your very own
absolutely
David
blown away
bobblehead.
that people are buying these.
And then that triples, not the bobbleheads, but the money.
Yeah. I can't believe it because I'm looking at the hour-by-hour breakdown, and I know I don't have that many relatives to buy these, so there's actually people out there spending money on these things.
Of course.
You know what it means? It means people love helping the kids. That's what it means. And this is a very special place. And to put an event like this on takes so many people, and from all walks of life, which I think is one of the fun things about this event is it's kind of like a social event where people enjoy getting together all for the common cause. And the common cause are the kids.
Right.
And it takes business leaders, it takes foundations, it takes people who are leaders in our community to step up. For example, the Mars Family Foundation. Sean Mars, thank you so much for sponsoring this. We really appreciate the support. And I know that you personally know how much this place and these kids mean to all of us.
Thanks, Dave and Doreen. This has been an absolute honor. For the Mars Family Foundation to be part of Children's Hospital has been, we really, not only do we know what they do at the hospital, how important they are, their staff is absolutely incredible. And you mentioned it before, everyone from the people that clean the bathroom to the neurosurgeons and the doctors, and especially, but what we're supporting here is everything else, all the special groups that take care of these kids. And you hear story after story of how amazing they are and how they're changing lives for these kids when they're here, when their life is literally upside down.
Yeah.
But when I say you know it firsthand, it's because you are very humbly the volunteer of the year last year, and you are one of the people who donate. And I always say, the most precious thing we have is time, right? And it's the most precious thing you can donate, and you donate a lot of your time to helping and volunteering here at Children's. Tell us about some of the experiences you've had and what you've been able to witness firsthand.
Well, experiencing donating time at Children's is priceless. The time we get to spend with the kids, I'm up in the hot unit, so we're spending kids with that have cancer, and they're there for a long time, so we get to really get to know them. But we also know that these parents are there for weeks and weeks. The ones that can and the ones that can't, they need more support. So we go in and we help play with the kids. We play games. We do arts. We read them books. We sing songs to them. And there might be an infant that doesn't have their parent there. We literally read to them and we sing to them and we rock them. And for us, I think we get more out of it than they do. But it's still important because those parents get to take a break. They get to go to sleep. They get to do some work. They know that when a volunteer is here with them, they know that their kid is okay.
Right.
And they can be a kid because we kind of do fun things with them. And we love to just play and make sure these kids are here to have, forget about what's going on, because we're not here to put a needle in them. We're here to have, what kind of crazy fun can we have? And that's what we do. We find ways that just make them forget about why they're here and just be a kid.
Yeah, you're a big kid.
I am a huge kid.
It makes it easy.
True. I do like to have fun.
And speaking of volunteering, you were here when we got here this morning. We get here very early in the morning, and you've been here. You were here all day yesterday, all day today, hanging out and seeing all the different volunteers in there that give up their time. And we can't thank you enough.
It's so important to me because, and I think you talked about it, and it was also in one of the last talks, carpe diem. Seize the day. And the people right now that say, I have $5 in my pocket and I could either spend it on a coffee or I could help a kid. $5 does make a difference. $10 makes a difference. 20, 1,000. But the thing is, make a difference. Do something now to change the life of somebody else. And I always say, it's not all about you. Try to, it's, as much as the first half of your life, a lot of people, it's all about you. It's work, 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 work. But then what do you do? What are you known for? What do you do with your life to make a difference? And if you're not doing anything with your life, look in the mirror and say, what can I do with my life? How am I giving back? Is it financially? Is it my time? Is it my talent? What are you doing to make a difference? And if everyone could think that way, even for part of their week, and we make sure that if we have to be here at Children's, I value the time because I schedule my vacations around my time. I'm here for the kids. I don't want the kids to miss out. And I want to make sure that we're here making a difference. And when somebody donates at this venue, it's an amazing because it does make a difference for these kids.
And
We see it firsthand.
I was going to say you see it firsthand because you get to see the resources and how they're used, and those games you refer to,
Right.
and you get to see what the child life specialists do, and none of that stuff is covered by insurance, none of it, and that's the reason why we do this. I mean, it's necessary, it's needed, and this truly is a jewel in southeastern Wisconsin. It's one of the things we're most proud of is how incredible Children's Wisconsin is, and it's incumbent upon us to be part of the community and to give back. I really believe that.
Yeah.
I think it's just part of making this an even better place to live.
I can't say enough about the child life specialists because a lot of times a child will come in and I'll ask them, okay, so what do they like to do? What would you, and they'll know. They'll know they like dinosaurs. They like to play. They like art. They already know because it's important. Who does that?
Right.
And
Yeah.
it's such an amazing group because all they care about is making sure this family, make sure they get their schoolwork done, make sure they get their physical therapy done, and make sure that everything is normal as it can be when you're going through a crisis.
Well, you think about it, like just for art, for instance, right? That your Wood likes art, it doesn't just appear, right? Markers and paints and paper and all of those things have to come from somewhere.
Yes, and especially when you're talking about a hot unit where germs are important, everything has to be new. So you can't just give them, art supplies from somebody else. We're very critical about that because what they're going through, it has to be new supplies. So that costs money. And it's important that we're keeping these kids as safe as we possibly can.
And those are things no one really thinks about unless you're here, like you are, experiencing it firsthand.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you bringing that up, one of the many things. And this is what I sense about you. I think all this energy that you bring is actually the energy that the kids foist upon you. Like, I'm serious, I think being around these kids, because I know being around the kids in just a couple of days really does energize you.
Yeah.
It inspires you, it makes you realize and understand what's truly important, and you just can't help but prioritize things. When you see the attitude of these little ones and what they're going through and the way they're handling it, you feel embarrassed about ever complaining about anything in your own life.
Right.
You really do.
Totally true. It recharges you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it's amazing how they can go through these situations and they have a huge smile on their face. This cute little girl just lost all her hair because she has cancer. Mom's freaking out.
Yeah.
But she's like, I'm good.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
Let's
still
play.
still do arts, let's play.
Right. It's just
Yeah, they're
incredible.
amazing.
They really are. Well, thank you so much for supporting the cause. Thank you for giving of your time and your money and helping support the Miracle Marathon, Sean.
Thank
We
you for
appreciate it.
everything you guys do. Too.
Sean Marks.